Hi, fabulous fourth graders. I just want to do another quick review with reading decimals, numbers with decimals, and then I want to talk about expanded notation. It's something you'd worked on a little bit in third grade and in fourth grade, but I want to make sure you remember how to do it with decimals before you get to fifth grade. All right, so let's look at this number. Now, we talked in the previous video about how we would read this number. Remember, we talked and we discussed putting it in a place value chart. This would be my ones, and this is what? Hold on, let me write that a little nicer. This is tenths, and then what's next? Hundredths. Good. And then remember, we can just fill it in, and we'll be able to read the number easily. So I put my 8 in the ones, a 7 in the tenths, a 2 in the hundredths. What does our decimal say? And, so let's read this number, 8 and 72 hundredths. Not hard. Now, what if I said, let's take this and put it in expanded notation? What do you remember about expanded notation? Let me write this word. Here's what we tend to get confused. So this is going to be expanded notation. Sometimes we confuse it with expanded form. Well, remember, expanded form is when you're just like stretching the number out. Well, expanded notation is a little different, if you remember. So if I want to use the same number, I'm going to take the digit. Remember, a digit is a number. So I have, whoops, it would help if I didn't move the page around on us. Okay, so I have 8, which is the digit, right? And what place is it in? It's in the ones place. So I'm going to say 8 times 1. Well, what is 8 times 1? It's 8, exactly. And then I'm going to put it in parentheses and say plus, well, what digit do we have next? The digit is 7, because remember, a digit is just a number. And what place is it in? Because we're going to multiply the digit times the place. Well, it's in the tenths place. How are we going to write 1/10? 0 and 1/10. Close that parenthesis. What do we have left? What's the digit? Remember, a digit is a number. So we have the 2 times, and what place is it in? It's in the hundredths place. So how are we going to write 1/100th? 0 and 1/100th. That is expanded notation. All right, let's try it with one more. And I just want to kind of review this with you. I just want it to be something that you're thinking about, so you kind of touching on it before fifth grade. All right, are you ready for another one? Let's do 78 and 2/10. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to start in our largest place, which is the tens place. So what's the digit? It's a 7. Times what place is it in? It's in the tens place. So 7 times 10. Put my parentheses. Plus, well, what digit do we have next? 8 times what place is it in? The ones place. Close parentheses. Plus, what's the digit? 2. And then what place is it in? It's in the tenths place. So how are we going to write 1/10? 0 and 1/10. There you go. That is expanded notation. So just tuck that away in your mind. You'll be seeing it next year in fifth grade again. So we've done a good little quick review with the last 2 videos of decimals. So just remember how to read decimals and about expanded notation and everything you learned all year long. I'm really proud of how hard you have worked this year. I just want you to keep it up, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.